I be on the next fresh to death, just call the coroner. I'm a native champ, you just a foreigner. Is that all you got? Come on, you boring us. Hey, looking for the champ, we on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move on with tonight's card, and we stay on the right hand in the men's light heavyweight division. The first of our athletes now making his way to the table is representing Ukraine and is a multiple Ukrainian national champion, EAF champion, and champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Oleg Petrenko!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome a Ukrainian up-and-coming phenom arm wrestler. Petrenko absolutely battle-tested here in Istanbul. Listen, get your popcorn ready. These two amazing athletes about to light up the stage here in Istanbul.
And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, is a legend of the sport of arm wrestling whose career spans more than 25 years of excellence. This man is hailing from and representing Brazil by way of USA and is a multiple Brazilian and US national champion, multiple continental champion and multiple WAF champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Marcio, the Phenom Barboza!
And there you have it, Marcio Barboza, a legendary arm wrestler from Brazil, been in the United States for the past 20 years. The man is a stud. He's 50 years old and is built like an absolute unit. Very versatile arm wrestler, can go anywhere. The only problem we've had historically with Marcio is elbow fouls. If he can keep his elbow on the pad, now we do have the larger 8 1/4 inch elbow pads, I think. If he can just keep his elbow planted and not catch those elbow fouls, Marcio's a hard man to deal with. We've all battled, you and I both have battled Marcio through the years, and he is a stud.
First time in competition, Virginia Beach, Newport News, the year 2000. We are at the World Championships. Of course, Marcio representing Brazil, me representing the United States. We went 1-1 that day. So I really actually left there thinking I was a bad dude for getting to compete against Marcio Barboza. Listen, this is an extraordinary matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Two top 231. Is that the weight class?
231, 105. Light heavyweight.
31 pounds of absolute muscle.
Yeah, I have no idea how Marcio makes that weight. He looks enormous.
Yeah, absolute beautiful two figures from the young man. One of the athletes, an up-and-comer about to maybe take over the sport of arm wrestling. The other, an AIDS veteran, trying to make sure, do I still got it here? Making sure the teenage kids and the wife thinks daddy's still the man.
Absolutely. And Oleg is a student of Andre Pushkar, who was wonderful. See, there we go, the elbow foul from Marcio. So that looked very strong by Oleg. His ability to stop that hit. Marcio's elbow goes floating, so hopefully Marcio can keep that elbow down. But Oleg looked super strong in that first start. But like I said, he's a student of the late Andre Pushkar, who was absolute legend of arm wrestling, one of the best super heavyweight arm wrestlers to ever live. So definitely has some good pedigree.
And we all know arm wrestling from a form of start in the middle, don't cap your thumb, keep your wrist straight, but there's more to this. If you notice, Oleg was mentioned, introduced first. He got the side of the table. The veteran Marcio, knowing that he wanted that buckle on the back of Oleg's hand, and he just takes the left side of the table. Oleg tries to protest. Marcio says, hey, young man, go to the other side. No one seems to think about it. Little things,
I didn't
Michael
even see it. I didn't even notice it.
Of course, Michael. What do you think the difference in this world has been so long between me and you, Michael? It's the little things. Don't be surprised. Listen, this match could go bad at any point for Marcio Barboza, but just know that he's put himself forward to actually do the best that he possibly can. And if he's going to get a win, likely from the round one start, when I see how strong the arm is of Oleg Petrenko, this is what he needs the advantage in the strap. You're going to see a super quick start. Will that referee not see the half-centimeter rise in Marcio's elbow? Because it's going to happen.
It's going to be there. It's going to be there.
And if it happens and he can get some control, that referee just kind of hushes a little bit. We could see Marcio trying to get a hold of what clearly looks to me like a super strong Ukrainian on the other side of the table.
No doubt. I mean, and Marcio could hit outside, come right back inside, do all types of elbow off the front before the start. Okay, yeah.
What is this?
So he's one warning, one foul.
There
That's
are
not good.
people residing in the United States of America, and most of all on the East Coast, right there between Pennsylvania and New York. There's a state, and it's owned by Marcio Barboza. It's called New Jersey, USA. Everybody there will not be able to imagine if someone could stop Marcio. Look at Oleg Petrenko. Wow.
Very strong, very dominant. Yeah, he took total control. Now, Marcio is a veteran arm wrestler, and he can make adjustments. He may have to come forward before, he got out back pressured, he got his hand taken, and then he was trying to make the bent wrist as an option, and he's just too far across the table.
Yeah, the fear is, I feel Marcio, after looking at the replay, you see he's got the good buckle. He's at the outside. There's just way too much hand, wrist, and arm from the Ukrainian. Round two, you're going to see a little more carving. Marcio with his shoulder a little behind it. He's going to try that push-pull. Kind of either way you go, he can kind of push you out of trying to top roll him. And if you try to come in the hook, he has a deceiving good stopping hook there.
He does.
And he is able to fight for a war. But listen, as much as I love Marcio, I've seen Petrenko in a war that he was just a little come up short against Alajan left-handed. It is clear to me Oleg's best arm is, in fact, the right arm that he's working with now. A simple gesture to the referee like, hey, my man, if you don't mind, I'd love to see my thumb knuckle this time. Marcio Barboza definitely going to pull out all the stops, has some fight in the hook, but listen, a super uphill battle for the Brazilian from here on out.
Will he be able to get the strap? Is he going to get the slip, or is Oleg's hand going to be too strong right now? Because did that give Oleg a lot of confidence after that first round win? Because it was pretty dominant. His cup looked superior, up pressure, back pressure, everything looked executed perfectly.
And we have seen Marcio, too, almost unwilling to compromise in the set grip. So you will see Marcio, it happens. Sometimes he will accumulate fouls and even foul out in the setup. However, if the referee gets complacent and you give him just an extra little centimeter of leverage, and it's exactly what, from what I see, Marcio's in need of.
Okay.
One warning.
See, there you go. Warnings are starting to add up already. But, yeah, like you said, he's going to take everything he can. The shoulders on Oleg are impressive. He's got that Eastern European, just strong guy build. I mean, he's put together for sure. The one thing about it is how disciplined these Eastern European countries are in this sport, right? How much they take it seriously and treat themselves like athletes.
Yeah, and then you look in the corner of Oleg Petrenko and you see what may be the most intelligent, the most smart, the most savvy European arm.
There we go. That hook we talked about.
Oh, yeah! It's definitely coming.
Yeah, so Marcio, he's a versatile arm wrestler. We know that for sure.
There's no doubt he's got that little, he'll push that elbow right off the back as you try to hook. He's sticky, not a super offensive puller in the hook, but definitely strong enough, sticky enough that if you can make some mistakes, and let's look at Oleg. If we have to find a kink in his armor, it's the baby face. How old is this guy? He could be 12, he could be 32. We have no idea here.
The one thing about Marcio is he has just enough crazy. Once he gets confident, he lets it out. We've seen this guy jump on top of the table after wins and celebrate. You know, that Brazilian fire comes out in for sure.
Don't move.
Okay.
Don't move.
Okay.
Don't move. Stop. Breathe. Fall. Second warning. One foul.
One foul each.
Let's go. Let's pull.
Still not bad. Not bad. Not a bad tactic from Marcio here. I got a feeling that what he needs is just a tiny little opening If he can get just a bad connection of any sort from Oleg Petrenko, he needs a small amount to just dig in there. And you'll see Marcio. Elbow comes back, shoulder comes forward to push. If you fight it, he immediately elbow comes forward and back again. Sometimes it's touching the surface of the pad. Sometimes it's not. It all depends on how far will the referee let Marcio push.
How? No.
Definitely an argument there for Marcio not liking the call, but hey, nothing was going to change. Either you was going to lose with a pin or you were going to lose with that elbow foul. And listen, the story is not what we both know what a magnificent arm wrestler Marcio Barboza is. The story here today is about the rise of Oleg Petrenko. And listen, what a serious competitor in this 231 class.
Can I just recheck that?
He's questioning the call, so he likes to see the
being
replay.
too
Yeah, I mean,
picky
the thing is, I probably agree that his elbow probably came off the front of the pad because, like I said, he's known for that. And he was shooting for that hook. He was just looking for it big time. His wrist got exposed, which most likely when that happens, your elbow does come off the front of the pad.
Match? Please? No? He's crying too much. And
The only problem with looking at the replay, Marcio, you're going to see that your ass was
Stop
in
crying.
trouble.
Let's go.
My goodness.
Well, also,
And now you can see, too, the disgust on Marcio's face.
No, he's not happy at all. But you also don't want to give Oleg too much rest because right now it looks like
you want to win on
Oleg
fouls.
looks super strong.
Come on, man.
He's questioning, hey, you want to win on fouls? That's fine.
Listen, he want to win
You
on
got to love
fouls.
his attitude. I mean, he's pulling out all the stops for sure.
Reminds me of you up there talking just nonsense after nonsense, which is what happens when you're at that
See how
table.
much he likes to fall?
The
You
absolute
don't want to put me in the
terrible perception that the arm wrestlers have as
Okay.
opposed to
I
the
don't think
viewers have. And it's really doesn't seem
Let's
that
see
close
them.
right now, Marcio. Now's not the time to argue. Let's if you took control of the match and almost won, and then they called foul,
Yeah.
by all means you want to look at that replay, but I don't want to look at the replay of me getting my hand busted open and pinned. My goodness.
Can you grab me a little bit of water for me?
So is this a tactic for Marcio? Is he spent, or is he just trying to get a little bit more rest so maybe he can secure that hook, or what's he thinking right now, Travis?
Every time that I have acted what I feel is unprofessional, like an asshole, whatever words you want to do to describe it, you know that it just goes to show you how important this is to the arm wrestlers.
So it goes back to the second
Right?
match.
Marcio's friends, family, the arm wrestling world, he wants to show up and show out. And when things don't go as well as you want them to, it's just easy to fall in this trap where
England.
we really can't see it, Marcio. What exactly would you like? A restart?
Yeah, the thing is, you're right.
Did you think you were going to win the match? I mean, it was obvious the guy only stopped because he thought he pinned you.
Right.
He wasn't even aware of the foul right now.
Absolutely. So the thing is, you're right, though, because none of us come here to lose. And the moment you don't have that competitive fire and you want to win, might be the time to hang it up because we all come here with desire and hope to win. We trained hard. And the crazy thing about it is when you've been on the winning side so long, you forget, holy shit, every time there's a loser. I felt that the last few matches, and I'm ready to rectify that as well. But it's all heart, man. You get up there and you want to.
People ask me, Travis, why aren't you in the squared circle? Why aren't you putting it out there? Do you think I want to be up there for 6 rounds making excuses like these guys are? No.
Let's go. Let's go.
Where's this match going to go? Is Marcio going to get that hook?
He is, but there's just too much, man. There's just actually, it's not your entire life. It's not tomorrow and maybe not yesterday. But right now and today, the story is not the elbow fouls. The story is the talent of Oleg Petrenko. And listen, from the looks, it's just getting started. The dude was in an absolute bloodbath to be the left-handed champion of the world. Now you can clearly see
I go first now.
up
You
2 to
close the
nothing
helmet all
in
the time.
dominant control of a North American absolute hero.
So Marcio looked good there. So maybe he's going to try to secure the hook in the strap. Because, I mean, every time we see it outside the strap, when Marcio goes for the top roll, the slips look even. It's just the one time we saw it in the strap in round 1, he tried to go back pressure. He got out back pressured. He got his hand compromised. And, Oleg had the perfectly executed top roll, and Marcio got caught trying to transition to press too far across the table.
Yeah, and I think trying to pull outside, getting shut down in the strap in round one, it provoked me and even Marcio to go right to plan B, which is let's jam this guy, go right in between that hook and press, and let's let him make a mistake. We saw the elbow come off the back, a little glimmer of light for Marcio, but then the elbow foul off the front of the pad being a non-issue because of the where it was stopped, which was absolutely pinned.
Right.
And it just draws the conclusion that Marcio super skilled in all types of arm wrestling. So this is the third go. We've seen another go, right? So let's see if Marcio, I don't even know, are there 4 techniques in arm wrestling or only 2 or 3? We're going to see right now.
We're going to see if he can pull off that hook.
If he goes Cataret on here, we know it's on.
Look. Okay.
No reason. There's,
Look, let me
That's,
ask you for something. Please, every time you close his hand, he's cupping. Please. No, it is. It's supposed to be like this, right? Either you do like this or...
I agree with Marcio. He is cupping. Your job, Marcio, is your back pressure is supposed to prevent the cupping.
You got to nullify that.
But
cup.
I do agree with Marcio. It is cupping and it is dominant. Wow. Oleg Petrenko, absolute animal here in Istanbul. Listen, this guy is going to be around for a while. It looks like at 231, he's got the frame, he's got the youth, he's got definitely enough side pressure. Marcio, even around one, the first foul, Marcio couldn't really get his hand and was 2 inches above, and we all know what that feels like.
Oh, yeah.
Marcio moving in now. Once again, he's going to try to press and hook.
But he's already got 1 foul. His elbow came off the front. So, he's going to have to secure a hook position, not give up center, and put the bleed on Oleg. And I just don't know if it's in the cards.
And I have a very horrible prediction here. Marcio will foul out before the match starts. Right at the go, he will come off the front and or a false start. I feel really, and it's only my jealousy of Marcio in the past.
Look at this. But look at this. He's turning.
You are also turning inside.
It looked like he was going. It looked like he was going. He's definitely getting tight there for sure. Like you could see him, ready to fire off on that go.
And let's put the perspective on the other side. A young guy coming in trying to make his name in the arm wrestling world. The name on the card is against an absolute legend of the sport. These are the types of things you have to deal with. People tell me, why do you get away with this? Listen, the guys who control everything, they get whatever they want. Marcio Barboza, obviously pushing, obviously carving. He's going to cause a cup. There's no doubt about it.
No, him.
Clear.
Why do I get so many warnings?
So Oleg is handling the pressure really well. Like either he just feels so much stronger and he's not really worried by it.
It's amazing how confident and how accommodating you can be when you know that you happen to have the stronger arm that day.
Right.
Oleg Petrenko, listen, Marcio Barboza is an absolute animal. He has been pushed to all of these antics, which is what you're supposed to do to try to win the match. The problem is we're up here. We got this square in the air totally looking at us. We can see every small little problem.
Don't move.
Fuck, he just bowed out. No.
Marcio is a genius
Gift
here.
from the gods right there for sure.
And you know that had to be on Oleg, because if it was on Marcio,
It'd
the
be
match
out.
would
The match
be
is
over.
yeah.
Right, exactly.
Actually, I was afraid of that. I thought
Great
that's what they
call
were
from the
doing.
ref. Great call.
Yeah, great job, ref.
Oleg, you don't know this is good, but you're about to get a pin here. And when you do, you will know that you definitely
Earned it for sure.
Great job.
Yeah. What's going to happen here? Are we going to even see a start?
Yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
what was that noise?
No, but look.
That's just his elbow coming off the front and hitting that thing. It
Okay.
sounded bad.
Dude, it sounded bad.
Too full.
It was 2,000.
That
2001
is-
warning.
Listen, that is 17 fouls that Marcio has committed here. What is wrong with
But
Oleg?
he's crazy about
I tell you, man, Oleg is really a crybaby here, man. You won't let Marcio foul a couple dozen times? Come on.
And the second one is a foul.
It was elbow off the front twice.
Listen, you can't give a guy a couple dozen fouls here. What's the use of coming to East versus West? I'm just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I have been on the losing end of some of those matches, so trust me, everything that you see Marcio trying to do, listen, it works. It works against good competition. However, this is not good competition in Istanbul. Ladies and gentlemen, this is great competition. And today, Oleg Petrenko was an absolute animal. In my opinion, definitely as good as a Hermes Gasparini or a Michael Todd any day of the week. Great interview.
After a little bit of misunderstanding, we have the winner, Oleg Petrenko. How frustrating was the match?
Так, привіт всім. Матч був дуже незручний, багато хвилювання було. Марсіо дуже досвідчений спортсмен, і було тяжко з ним боротися, але я, як говорив перед поєдинком, що я добре підготовився і зробив те, що хотів.
So he said he was extremely worried before the match. He was very frustrated, but he did good preparation. He felt much stronger, and he believes this is why he won. All these elbow fouls, all the situation, did that kind of threw you off, or you still were in the game?
Його помилки, я думаю, що це заслуга моєї боротьби, тому що я ще в першому раунді зумів підбити йому кість, і тому він, мені здається, не було більше варіантів, як збивати в бік. Тому він надіявся побороти мене в бік, але так як я домінував, контролював захват, тому почали з його фоли.
He said, because I was dominating this match, I was so strong, he had no other choice than make these fouls and foul out at the end. Congratulations, Oleg Petrenko.
Дякую всім рідним, сім'ї, друзям, хто вболівав за мене, хто підтримував, допомагав, також Енгену за організацію, за запрошення сюди. І я надіюсь, що я продовжу далі з ближчим часом боротись за титул.
He wants to thank all his friends, all the family, everyone who supported him. He wants to thank Engen for this opportunity, and he will continue going and fighting here more. Thank you, Oleg. Thank you.